Good morning, everybody. I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico Style. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning, midweek.
Midweek. I stayed up really late. You know, I think when you do weather, as you know, you get really caught up when there's any kind of extreme weather in the nation. And I stayed up all night watching, you know, all the coverage because, you know, I give so much respect to those reporters who, I have a lot of friends who do it, who go out there in the middle of that storm and they do their job.
Take a beating.
They literally take a beating. I mean, and they say that that rain that's coming at them sometimes almost feels like needles poking at their skin. And you know, there was one reporter I saw, I think it was on Fox News Channel, she was about your size, and I could see her she was protecting herself from blowing away. You could tell she was so afraid because she kept scooching over and she kept stopping herself from blowing away.
Wow, it's rough for those reporters, but and I feel bad for some of the folks too. I don't know if you've heard about it yet, but this morning, this storm, more than the wind, it's been the rain that's been coming down. But some of the levees south and east of New Orleans. In New Orleans, the new levee system they have in place since Katrina, that's working just fine. They're fine, but some of the other levees, some of the water's coming over, and these homes are flooded, and people are trapped in their homes.
So scary.
So it is scary.
It's a scary thing, and you'll give us a full report on that hurricane coming up soon, right?
Yeah.
And of course, there's so much news to talk about this morning, so why don't we just get right to it? Let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez with this morning's headlines. Good morning, Madam Elizabeth.
Good morning, ladies. Happy Wednesday.
We're so American. I mean, there was the Republican convention going on. We look so American today. I love this.
Hey, great minds think alike. What can I say?
Yes.
All right. Good morning to you at home as well. We begin this Wednesday talking about how we now know not one but two Lobo football players were arrested this weekend. Albuquerque police arrested David Vega. Officers say they found Vega, who was underage, drinking alcohol at his home. They say he also apparently refused to tell him his name. Now, they were there on another matter, but they arrested him on charges of possessing alcohol and concealing his identity. Vega had been suspended from the team for a while and had just earned being back on the team, but since he failed to tell Coach Bob Davie about what happened this weekend, he is now suspended indefinitely.
If it wouldn't have been because of his former actions and the fact that I don't trust him very much right now, and the fact that he didn't come see me, I don't know that I would have suspended him immediately based on the facts that he told me.
Vega is a quarterback originally from Roswell, and cornerback Devonta Tabana, seen right there, was also arrested this weekend, accused of driving drunk. We told you about him yesterday. He has been suspended from Saturday's game. A 2-year-old boy who was badly hurt in a drunk driving crash in Albuquerque this weekend is improving somewhat this morning. Vicente Griego has been upgraded to satisfactory condition. Now, Bob's Burger, where Vicente's dad works, is having a donation drive to help the family. They're going to be collecting money at all 7 of the restaurants all around the city. The man, police say, who caused the drunk driving crash is a man by the name of Mariano Salas. Well, he is out of jail on bond right now. Governor Susana Martinez, boy, it's a big day for her. She is preparing for her speech at the Republican National Convention. Governor Martinez will hit the stage tonight at 8 o'clock Mountain Time. She will speak right before Vice Presidential nominee Paul Ryan. The primetime speaking role increases national TV exposure for Martinez, who is the nation's first Hispanic governor. We, of course, will have complete coverage of her speech in our later newscasts and online. All right, on to Hurricane Isaac. The massive Category 1 storm is moving through the Gulf Coast on the 7th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. How ironic is that? Well, the storm, we know, has knocked out power to more than 300,000 customers in and around New Orleans. Airports are closed and tourists are seeking shelter. Fox News correspondent Elizabeth Pran has more on the storm's wrath.
I'm kind of glad it's here because the buildup is sometimes worse than the actual storm.
Hurricane Isaac is here indeed. The storm made landfall in Louisiana Tuesday. Some are concerned about the storm surge Isaac may bring along the state's shoreline.
We can only take about 6 feet of tidal surge, and slow it down, turn into the west may mean, 9 to 12 feet. That's a lot more than we can take.
Isaac is making its way towards New Orleans. Several inches of rain has already been drenching the city as pumping stations in the area have been working to keep the region from flooding.
It's going to be some rain and some wind, but it'll be all right. Hopefully the levees will take care of us.
Isaac's approach has left streets deserted in New Orleans' famous French Quarter.
A lot of people had left. I'd say 80% of the people are gone. It's like a ghost town.
Fox cameras were rolling last night as we drove around the area. Rain pounded the streets as severe wind gusts did their part, downing branches and strewing things about. New Orleans Mayor Mitch Landrieu urges residents to use caution.
As you can see, the effects that we thought would come from a major storm are in fact taking place. And again, to reiterate to the public, it's a very serious matter.
All right, and that was Elizabeth Pran reporting for us. And we want to also share with you regarding Hurricane Isaac. Many Red Cross volunteers from right here in New Mexico are in the worst of the storm this morning. That's right. They are helping people out there. Yesterday, we spoke with Robert Fredericks and another volunteer from Albuquerque as they were driving toward the Gulf Coast. Well, they're in an ERV, an emergency response vehicle. It'll get packed up with food, water, and other things that people need. Now, yesterday, the plan was for Robert to go to a staging area near Baton Rouge, then possibly head toward New Orleans or wherever the storm is the worst.
I'm kind of concerned that the people won't be evacuating as being suggested. But once it comes, you can't leave and you have to stay and bunker down.
Very true. A total of 11 Red Cross volunteers from New Mexico are on the Gulf Coast right now, and they could be there for up to a couple of weeks. And that wraps it up for your Wednesday morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt, Kristen, and myself every weekday morning on KRQE News 13, beginning at 4:30 a.m. All right, ladies, I'm going to send it back to you. I know, Kristen, you're going to talk more about Hurricane Isaac and everything that he is bringing.
Elizabeth, when you were in Florida, did you catch any hurricanes?
I did. There were about three, including a tropical storm, and it's definitely tough out there. I mean, in the beginning, you have the adrenaline going and you're excited, but after 12 hours of being out there, my friends,
it's the worst.
Not fun.
You're going to get wet regardless if you have rain gear on.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's tough.
I was there for Wilma, but fortunately I didn't have to be out in the storm, and it's a scary thing. So obviously we wish all of our good prayers to all the people out there and hope that people stay safe above all else. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll switch gears now.
Yes, time for the Hollywood Buzz.
Hollywood Buzz. TMZ correspondent Casey Carver joins us this morning from Los Angeles. Good morning, Casey.
Good morning.
Great to have you back with us. We're going to get into a story that probably won't shock too many people. Get this. Lindsay Lohan is in trouble again. I can't believe it. This time for stiffing Chateau Marmont for more than $46,000. Was that just her mini bar charges? I'm just curious.
It was multiple charges that she had, and it is incredible that you can spend in, I think it was like 47 days, but it was mini bar, it was cigarettes. She bought a candle that cost $100 alone, just for one candle. Room service charges, she racked up in one day on one of the bills on room service was $685.
Oh my gosh.
In one day.
Well, and we hear that she was also accused of being involved in a jewelry heist. So what has TMZ learned about that?
Shocking. It's not her first time to be accused of stealing jewelry.
No.
So this time around, she was at a friend's party and was accused originally of stealing up to $100,000 in like watches and sunglasses. Well, she was one of the suspects, but the cops have dropped the case, and she's not a suspect anymore because some of the witnesses decided not to come forward. The owner of the home got this stuff back and is a really good friend of Lindsay's and is saying that what is his is hers.
Oh boy, I wonder what she had to do to bribe him to say that.
Oh my goodness.
I think he likes hanging out with stars, and he wanted to keep her as a friend.
See, that does not surprise me. I lived in LA for a long time, and that just does not shock me at all.
Getting in trouble.
Poor thing.
Nope.
She just needs a little help,
Yeah.
little guidance.
Okay, now switching gears a little bit here. The first pictures of Son of Snooki have been officially revealed to all those, I guess, that keep up with that stuff. But looks like, here's a picture. It looks like he's got some Jersey hair going on.
Hey! What does that mean?
It's jail in Greece.
Okay.
You don't use grease.
I don't use grease, just a lot of hairspray.
He does. He has got a head full of black hair, and like as you said, he's got Jersey hair. They're going to be able to spike that up, probably if they haven't already, very soon.
Nice.
So little Lorenzo has made his debut and is on his way home.
Lorenzo Dominic, and you know, I saw on TMZ that you guys had a picture of her, and she's already wearing, you know, she's already sporting the big shoes again, the platforms. I mean, she's back to Snooki status.
Full makeup, hair done. She is back to Snooki.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I can't say that I don't understand that Jersey girl mentality just a little bit. I am one of them. Okay, now TMZ is also reporting that the X Factor has Bieber fever. So what role will he actually be playing on the reality show?
He is going to join the X Factor. They're doing celebrity mentors. So he's going to be one of the judges, each get a mentor, and he's going to be working with some of the kids on X Factor. So he is the first announced, and he is a big one coming out of the gate. I think that, you know, this is going to get lots of people to tune into X Factor.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely young ones, for sure.
They are pulling out all the stops, X Factor,
Yes.
I swear. And then a lot of people pulling out of American Idol. It just is kind of, looks like it might be swinging a little bit towards X Factors.
I don't know. Yeah, it almost seems like they've got more of the hot teens
Momentum
right now.
kinda
Yeah,
going.
a little more momentum on X
They
Factor.
do, and I think Britney's an interesting, because everyone wants to see Britney and how
We've
she's
been saying
doing
that.
and how she'll react in these situations. So
We can't wait.
She's definitely the one that you're going to tune in for.
Well, I know
sure.
if anyone has all the inside scoop on that, it will be you guys. Thank you so much, Casey.
And of course you can
Thank you guys.
And of course you can catch TMZ weeknights at 5:30 right here on Tucasa Fox.
Very
That
funny.
was good. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Poor Lindsay Lohan. I mean, the girl is clearly troubled. She needs some major help, and
We keep
nothing's
saying
working.
that. You know, honestly, I mean, it's gonna something drastic. is
Well,
really
yeah.
gonna happen
How many
before it's
second
all said and
chances
done.
can you
So
get,
sad.
right?
Yeah.
It's too much. Meanwhile, okay, that's a wrap. The cast and crew of The Lone Ranger ended months of shooting with a special jam session. So take a look at this. Entertainment blog One Headlight Inc. posted this video of Johnny Depp and the movie's director Gore Verbinski jamming out.
Oh yeah, the blog says it's from a rap party thrown in Angel Fire.
You were
Isn't that
just in
awesome?
Angel Fire.
I know. And remember there were rumors. Like when I was leaving, they're like, "You better watch out. Johnny Depp's gonna be here next week."
Oh.
And they're doing this whole big movie thing. So very cool. Angel Fire is such a small little area, and he's taking advantage of it. Man, I wish I could have been in that audience.
Right? And you know he was guitar shopping right here in Albuquerque and Nob Hill recently, so I guess he got his guitar and went up to Angel Fire and had a party.
I love Angel Fire.
I hope a lot of people got a chance to see it. And you've spoken so highly of that area, so hopefully I'll get out there one of these days. Yeah.
There's really a lot of good stuff going there. Mountain biking, the new zip line
The zip line,
thing,
yeah.
and snowboarding in the winter.
Definitely.
Hiking.
You'll have to
It's
give
fun.
us a good idea once we get to that snowboard time, how that's going too. Now, okay, this is kind of cool. It is time for our new weekly segment, and it's called You Gotta Be Kidding Me. This is when we talk about news that's strange but true and will cause you to pause and say, you gotta be kidding me.
Or just shake your head.
Yeah, or
like
just,
I'm doing.
You gotta
Because this is really, really bad. Okay.
Listen to this. Okay, here we go. First story. Do you get the impression that more young Americans know who Snooki is than Neil Armstrong?
That is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Apparently, the webmaster over at NBC falls into that category because while the network was one of the first to confirm astronaut Neil Armstrong's death, the website read that astronaut Neil Young was the first man to walk on the moon. Oops.
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Very much alive at 66, Canadian rock legend Neil Young has never been an astronaut, nor has he ever set foot on the moon. He may write a song about it,
Yes,
but
I was going to
that's
say,
about
maybe
it.
a song about it, but
Yeah.
no, not there. And it gets worse. Others mistook the astronaut for the lead singer of Green Day, Billy Joe Armstrong, actor Neil Patrick Harris, and then this one really gets me.
Yeah.
The cyclist, Lance Armstrong.
Really?
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, Neil Armstrong. Oh my gosh, he was my hero growing up.
He's in
How do people
history.
not? I don't know.
Yeah, and you know, I don't care how old you are or if you were around when it happened, somebody in your life should have taught you that history lesson about what he did in our country. It's amazing and beyond the world. Okay, well, here's another one. Brace yourselves for this, okay? A Nebraska school district is forcing a 3-year-old deaf boy to change the way he signs his name because they say his gestures violate their weapons policy.
Yeah, Little Hunter is his name. Little Hunter's personalized name sign, as you can see right here, is a registered sign with signing exact English, a modified form of American American Sign Language. And in the picture, you can see he crosses his index and middle fingers and waves them slightly to signify his name. The school district claims the gestures resembles shooting a gun. The ACLU sent a letter to the district asking it to reconsider its policy. That's, you know, sign language is so unique, and a lot of times it's about your personality, and whenever there's a name, it's a personal thing.
Sure.
And his name's Hunter.
Well, an H, this is an H. In sign language, this is the H.
Right.
So, you know, you have like a different, whatever your name is, you have a sign for it. So, yeah, his name...
Well, it's Hunter, so I think that's probably why there's that shooting kind of symbol.
Right,
but that's how it works in sign language. And you know what? Let them do it.
Well, I'm just going to say it. You got to be kidding me. Really? I mean, that's just a little too much. So if you have a great you gotta be kidding me story that you're going, really? You gotta be kidding me, please write in and tell us about it. Just send a note to us at nfstyle@casa.com.